Hi everyone, I'm Dawn from Line Global Investors. Today, I'm very happy to have with me here Mr. Koh Kok An, Head of Equities at Bank of Singapore, Ms. Goh Su Mei, Senior Fixed Income Portfolio Manager at Line Global Investors. Together, they manage the Lion Bank of Singapore Asia Pacific Real Estate Funds. So, first question to kick things off: what makes Asia real estate an interesting sector for investors now? Kok An, would you like to take this question, please?
Thank you, Don. Asia Pacific real estate is an interesting sector riding on several tailwinds. Firstly, urbanization. Asia is home to some of the fastest growing population in the world. Furthermore, with the rise of the middle class in Asia Pacific, predicted to account for 64% of the global middle class by 2030, according to United Nations estimates, demand for real estate in Asia Pacific cities looks set to grow. Secondly, Asia real estate may be considered a hedge for inflation. Academic studies, for example, the Journal of Property Valuation and Investments, by MIT Center for Real Estate, have shown that prices of property and rental income tend to rise in tandem with inflation, hence protecting investors' real wealth and their purchasing power. The yield from Asian real estate is another reason why this sector is interesting. Asia real estate offers relatively higher yield compared to other regions as well as a broad Asian equity market. Su Mei, would you like to add?
Sure. The macro outlook for Asia is actually very positive. Asian governments have a lot more room for fiscal stimulus compared to developed markets, and the real estate sector is likely to benefit from this. Valuations are looking pretty attractive.
Well, thanks so much for sharing your thoughts with us. So, with a positive outlook on Asia real estate, what are some of the ways that we can invest in the sector?
Besides buying physical property, there are other ways to invest in Asia real estate. One can invest in REITs, equity stock of property developers, and property management companies, as well as bonds of companies in property-related sectors. For diversified exposure across the Asia-Pacific, ex-Japan region, one can also look at real estate funds.
With that said, can you please share more about both of these funds, please?
Sure. The Lion BOS Asia Pacific Real Estate Opportunities Equity Funds are jointly managed by Lion Global Investors and Bank of Singapore. This collaboration allows the funds to leverage the combined investment capabilities of more than 70 investment professionals. There are two fund types available. Investors may choose between a diversified multi-asset approach with lower volatility and a focus on income distribution, or pure real estate equity fund for potential capital appreciation. An interesting characteristic of this fund is that we consider environmental, social, governance factors, ESG in short, in order to invest in more sustainable portfolio. ESG provides for potential value creation by steering companies to adopt more efficient and sustainable business practices. We look for companies that score well on ESG practices or have stable, improving outlook on these metrics. Our investment considerations with respect to ESG includes the following.
Indeed, with so many investors now concerned about responsible and sustainable investing, it makes a lot of sense to consider ESG factors for both of these funds. There is good alignment of interest here. So while we understand that the equities fund has the objective to seek total return by investing in listed real estate related equities in the Asia Pacific ex-Japan region, Su Mei, can you please share some of the key characteristics of the Opportunities Fund?
Sure. The Opportunities Fund will invest in a diversified portfolio of real estate related equities and fixed income across the Asia Pacific ex-Japan region. With a strategic asset allocation of 50% equity and 50% fixed income, we aim to provide income through regular distribution. On the equity side, we will invest in developers, landlord, REITs, and property services. And the fixed income side, which is meant to manage the volatility of the fund, we will be mainly in investment grade bonds.
Thank you very much to Kok An and Su Mei for sharing your insights with us today. So if I may summarize briefly, the Lion Bank of Singapore Asia Pacific Real Estate Opportunities Fund, it's a balanced portfolio investing in both Asian real estate, equities and bonds. For bonds, the fund may also invest in issuers from non-Asian countries such as US and Europe. With a moderate risk-return profile, there is also income yield via regular distribution. For investors who prefer to focus on capital appreciation, they may consider the Lion Bank of Singapore Asia Pacific Real Estate Equities Fund. If you would like more information on both of these funds, please contact your relationship manager at Bank of Singapore. I'm Dawn from Lion Global Investors. Thank you very much for your time.